welcome back to the shop. My name is Brad. Today's video is going to be a small restoration, tear down and cleanup type of a thing on this. Now this is a 12-inch Bridgeport Rotary table that I got about 2 weeks ago. It was in great mechanical condition, no issues whatsoever. But it, had a little tiny bit of surface rust. It had chips, old oil, old grease, and the sticky flood coolant. So it needed a tear down and a cleanup and a little bit of derusting and whatnot. So I did all that, and it was a bit of a process because I had to make two tools to fully disassemble this thing. So let's take a look and I'll show you what I did to get it back into service. So I'm just going to take apart all the obvious stuff first. These are the table locks. Here's the scale adjustment. All right. Probably need to get a little cup for all the smaller screws. So I'm putting everything in here because I'll put deruster in there, some evaporust, and get her cleaned up. That. A bit tricky to get to. These handles look like they're pressed in. There's little tiny holes here. I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but there's little tiny holes here that's under the paint. I don't know if they're just prick punched in there to retain these. Oh, because this one is moving. So I got a little sharpened dart, and I'm just digging the stuff out. These might very well be set screws. I think they are. It does look like a set screw. It's smaller than this. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that just now. There's really no need to worry about that. What I do need to worry about is about, I need a 1/4 inch. I'm going to use a driver on this. Now what these are, these are removable handles, so you could flip this up and bolt these to the other side and hold it in a right angle in your mill. This shouldn't be that difficult of a thing. I read a little bit on the Practical Machinist. There was a thread where somebody was taking this apart and they were having some trouble getting the worm out. So I may have to refer back to that, but I can't see this being all that difficult of a thing to take apart. It was almost this time last year that I did the Brown and Sharp dividing head. It was a sticky one. Now the one thing I did hear about these rotary tables is that they leak oil. I guess they're designed to just be a total loss system like the milling machines, but they leak profusely. You know, taking a step to clean the screws out could be the difference between stripping a screw and not stripping it. You know, with all that gunk removed, your screwdriver will obviously seat better. Nobody likes stripped screws. Ooh, starting to see a little oil on that one. It appears that this rotary table is untouched. I don't see any boogering up of the screws, and they're not really wrenched down like a lot of people will do. More oil. It's being stubborn right there. Alright, so I got this little adjustable spanner here. And that's not working at all. Better choice. Yeah, that's coming the right way. I was afraid for a second that this might be left-hand threads. that or just do this. Alright, we're getting nowhere. It's actually moving the table underneath. Fixing this. This might be a better spanner for the job. I bought this you know, it's like a multi-sized spanner wrench, and it's a Toyota Cam Tool spanner wrench, believe it or not. But I bought this for when I did my Bridgeport. Get the pulleys and stuff like that off the head. Well, I'm going to employ the help of my table locks. Nope, this is not playing well. They just gotta be knocked free. There. They're just stubborn from being in place for so long. Okay. Go all the way down. I know Bridgeport is kind of famous for having like hidden, see? They have a hidden set screw right here. Double set screws. When I was redoing the Bridgeport, the mill, it was just chock filled with like double set screws, one on top of the other. So there's one in here, but there's not one in here. Okay, we got two big screws here for this plate. More set screws. Bigger ones this time. screw. Yikes. Just want to take a picture of this. Sometimes, you know, you need to take a picture. When I was doing the mill, I took, I think, about 700 pictures. Look at that. Sludge. Rust. Ugh. See, when I move it, this part over here, this section moves back and forth. And really what this is doing is it's engaging and disengaging out of the, you know, the worm from the table. Okay. That was tricky part number one. The next tricky part is these two little enclosures here. That's where I think I'm going to have to refer back to the practical machinist form. So as a general rule of thumb, what goes inside here is anything that has threads. It's got threads, it goes in. Any other parts don't go in. This doesn't have threads. This does. There is a washer in here that needs to come out, but it's being held in with a Hydro Seal. The oil has got it locked in place here. There we go. Come on. Now the one thing I do know is this thing has a precision bearing in here, so you know, got to be really careful. And I don't know if I'll get in there with this tool correctly. Nope, doesn't look like it. Damn. That bearing, I would assume inside here is a thrust bearing, and it's got preload. I can just feel it. It stinks of preload. All right, I guess that's going to be the end of part one. I need to go do some research and marinate on this a little bit. So that's it for this part, this quickie little disassembly here.